First of my finds from the BVWS radio auction, radio meet yesterday. I only bought a couple of things in the end. This is a Vega Selena, the B215. I've got a couple of these. This one cost me 10 quid. It's in pretty good cosmetic condition, and when I got it home, well, when I picked it up at the show, I knew it had some batteries in it, but it wasn't working. I did things like check the air in and stuff, and it's all fine. Right before I handed some money over, and then I opened the back last night, and I was met by this sort of nasty batteryness, and I thought, oh no, I'm in real trouble here, because there you can see, but it wasn't that crustiness there. It's just the old foam from inside the battery cover. I don't know how long these batteries have been in there, but they haven't leaked badly. They have sort of leaked a bit. That's the worst one there. The rest are absolutely fine. I've never heard of this make, Vinnic. Never seen them. And there's no dates on the battery or anything, so you can't tell how long they might have been in there. But the contacts inside are absolutely fine. Inside the battery cover, absolutely fine. So for 10 quid, well chuffed with it. Put some new batteries in it.
So unusual. Yeah. And B, the lights of the car.
It all works. So works on every wave band. So probably just needs a little bit of a service, cleaning the rotary drum contacts inside. Maybe cleaning the switches a little bit. One of them was a little bit scratchy. Yeah. So just a basic MOT really. Now I'll go outside and get the other thing I bought. It's nothing exciting, but I was aiming to get rid of more stuff than I actually brought back, and I achieved that by one. I'll go and get the other set I brought home. This was sort of bought on a whim really. The auctioneer held it up, and I was sitting about 25 yards from the stage, and I just bid on it. I think I was the only bidder, or one of two. It's an Invicta Model 70. Now, because I was so far back, I didn't spot that it's missing a knob here, which would be the same sort of style as this knob here, which is slightly annoying, because while a lot of Invictas use these sets, I've never seen one in the boxes of junk knobs, and I'm going to need it because this is an AC/DC set, so you don't want to expose metalwork. Now, Invicta are owned by Pi in Cambridge, and I don't think this was made at at the Pi factory in Cambridge, but made in London. But it's sort of like a 1946 to 1949 set. 4 valves. I'll just put the camera down and we'll have a look in the back. Right, it just shows how much I know, doesn't it? It's actually a 5 valve set, not a 4 valve set, as I said a minute ago. So we've got just the normal lineup, and it's quite like a Bush DAC 90, not the DAC 90A, but the original DAC 90 with the octal tubes. It's pretty much the same sort of layout. You've got CCH 35 there, sorry. You've got an EF 39 there, EBC 33 there. You've got a CL 33 output tube and a CY 31 rectifier, and you've got a dropper, and it also comes with free genuine asbestos. Nothing to worry about there too much. And I also get a free wasp as well, or the remains of. So yeah, with a CL 33 and this quite decent speaker, it should really pump out the jams. What a shame about that knob on the front. This would be a nice little set actually. It's pretty yucky on top, but will clean up nicely. Quite impressed. So, got a big old smoothing can there, double smoothing can by the look of it. Now this set doesn't come with any service data. There's nothing on, there was nothing issued with the Trader magazine, and there's nothing in the electrical servicing books either. However, and when I took the back off, I did notice that Invicta of Handley pasted the circuit diagram and a list of all the components in the back of the set. How handy is that? If you can see there, the IF is 465 kilohertz, kilocycles. And there's the tone switching I was on about. Just here you can see where it switches in either resistors and capacitors combined to provide tone cut. So what I'm going to do is, just to make sure this project's worth continuing with, is test the output transformer. Now I'm going to remove the output tube, and I've got my AVO meter here. So what I'm going to do is clip on to somewhere earthy, which I'd imagine would be here, and I've got the AVO set on divided by 1000 on resistance, of course, and we're just going to test the output transformer works. So basically listening for some rustling in the speaker. Now if I remember the pin to do it, so it'll be this one. So let's have a, oh, you can hear it straight away. That pretty much says to me the output transformer's okay, and so's the speaker, but we'll see. Oh, it's got a date on it, look. The speaker's got a date. Is that 6th of July 1947? Whoa. Is that really that? I'll get my torch a minute so I've got some better light. 6th of July 1947 or 49, might even be 48. How interesting. Make sure I don't lose that. Alright, let's have a look at the baffle board, and there's no woodworm or anything that I can see. A couple of dead spiders. It's got that. Oh no, it's got fiberglass cords, so that might have been restrung. So yeah, other than that disappointment over the knob, this looks to be a pretty good set actually, and the missing dial writing, but sure I can fix that up. You can't really see it unless you get close up. So yeah, quite impressed. A couple of little more things I've got recently. This is an RS low power continuity tester from, I guess, the 1980s, I guess. It's powered by two 9-volt batteries, and the idea is it's got a little speaker in there. You can just see it through the little grill, and it'll give like an audible tone, a bit like your continuity tester on your digital multimeter, except there's one big difference. This doesn't put out hardly any voltage onto your circuit. So this would be used when checking production testing PCB boards and things like that. It's, you know, it's going to be useful in transistor radios, but this was originally its main use really. Low power testing, so you didn't wreck your ICs in manufacturing. Now I bought this, and I got it to work. I've got it to calibrate. Let's have a quick listen. And you can alter the tone of that, but the idea is to set this resistance here until you can hardly hear it. I've got it set slightly high actually for the camera. So, you know, you get the idea of that. Now when I plugged the other lead in, and try to circuit test. I'm just touching one tip to the other here. I'm getting absolutely nothing, and I didn't thought it might have broken, but what it actually is this meter lead is absolutely rubbish. It's gone, so goodbye. That's what it should sound like. Now I'll give a demonstration of something here. Now this puts out hardly anything voltage wise onto your circuit, and I'll just go around to my AVO meter here, and we'll plug one of my fluke meters in onto the continuity, or turn it onto the continuity check, and you'll see what I mean about it putting voltage out. So there you go, it's putting around 2.25 volts onto your circuit when you check continuity, which is not going to harm a transistor radio, but depending on the IC, I guess it might harm that. I don't really work in ICs, but I'm guessing it would. And this thing puts out precisely 0. So I'll just demonstrate that. So same setup. So needle doesn't even move. It wouldn't move because I haven't connected the other end up, but even when I do, you get absolutely nothing from it, and it's on there. So that's just a quick demo of what that does and doesn't do. The other thing I bought, and sorry, that came with in a nice little pouch like this. And the other thing I bought also came in a nice little pouch, and that is an in-circuit it's an in-circuit diode transistor checker. And the funky thing about this is, if I turn it on, now it's got LEDs in the probe handles here, so when you see, so that's how you check across the junctions on transistors and diodes, and depending on which way you're connected, you'll get the LEDs light up. You can see that makes sense. It's just a quick checker, mainly for production use. Let's let you read the back. It's only £3 or £4 or something, so a little bit of fun. This just takes a 9-volt battery. Yeah. So, a little bit of fun.